Facts. People think eating 400 grams of protein every day is absurd. They tell me I'm gonna destroy my kidneys, that my digestive system's gonna shut down, and that I'll never need that much protein. Also facts. These same people are eating low protein, high carb diets filled with garbage processed foods, drinking soda daily, and skipping their workouts because their back hurts from sitting on the couch all day. And they wanna lecture me on health? Yeah, no thanks. I'm Tanner Shuck, and if you didn't know, I thrive on meat, eggs, and a high protein diet. Last month, I had ankle surgery to fix an old injury, and for the last 30 days, I've pushed my protein intake to 400 grams per day. Why? Simple. I wanted to see if it would improve my recovery, strength, and overall body composition. Or if it would cause me to shrivel up and die, like all the keyboard warriors on Reddit and Instagram predicted. Spoiler alert, I didn't die. And in this video, I'm gonna break down why I chose to eat 400 grams of protein per day, what happened to my body, the myths and truths about too much protein, and whether you should try this for yourself. So stick around, hit the like button, and let's dive in. First off, let's get one thing straight. I'm not saying everyone eats 400 grams of protein per day, but for me, I weigh 205 pounds, and when I'm healthy, I train hard 6 days a week, and I'm always looking for an edge when it comes to recovery and building muscle. Even when I'm not injured, I aim for 300 grams per day, which is 1.5 grams per pound of body weight. Now, conventional wisdom says you only need 0.8 grams per kilo of body weight. That's 0.36 grams of protein per pound of body weight. So for a 200-pound man, he would only need 72 grams of protein per day. 72 grams, that's it. But keep in mind, that's for lazy, fat, sedentary people who don't exercise, not for people who actually train. I've always been a high protein advocate, and despite
every other fitness guru saying you only need to eat 1 gram per pound of body weight,
I decided to go full meathead and see what happens when I eat double or even quadruple what the average fitness guru recommends. That's 400 grams every single day, no excuses. Now at this point, you're probably asking yourself what 400 grams of protein even looks like. Let me break it down for you. For breakfast, I would eat 10 eggs and 10 ounces of steak. My post-workout shake would be 2 scoops of whey protein isolate. For lunch, I would have 8 ounces of lean chicken breast, 1 can of tuna, and 1 cup of cottage cheese. And for dinner, I would have another 10 ounces of steak and 5 hard-boiled eggs. And as a nighttime snack, I would have 10 ounces of Greek yogurt with blueberries. That's 400 grams of protein spread out over 5 meals.
But Tanner, isn't that bad for your kidneys?
Listen, Karen, your kidneys are more likely to fail from drinking sodas and eating fast food every day than from eating high-quality protein. I'll get into the science on that in a minute, but here's what happened to me during this experiment. Let's start with the obvious, strength gains. My lifts went through the roof. My bench went up 15 pounds. My seated overhead press up 10 pounds. Weighted pull-up up 25 pounds. My muscle ups easier than ever. Oh yeah, I squatted 450 pounds the week before my surgery, and I think for sure I'll hit 500 pounds easy when my ankle heals. My recovery between workouts was unreal. I wasn't dragging myself through sessions, and I felt ready to crush it every time. And my muscle growth in just 30 days, I gained almost 2 pounds of lean mass. My arms bigger, chest fuller, back thicker. And no, this wasn't newbie gains. I've been lifting for years. My energy levels were incredible all day. No crashes or sluggish afternoons. Now protein is satiating, so I did have to force myself to eat some meals, but at least my blood sugar remained stable all day. In regards to my digestion, surprisingly, no issues. And just think about it like this. If you're eating really high quality food, like lean meat, eggs, and high quality dairy, it's way easier for your body to handle that than processed junk. And I also stayed hydrated and made sure I was getting enough fiber from fruits and some vegetables. All right, let's go back to the wall. Now, let's address the 2 biggest myths about high protein diets. Myth number 1, too much protein will destroy your kidneys. This is absolute bullshit. Unless you have a pre-existing kidney condition, there's zero evidence that high protein diets are harmful. Multiple studies even prove this, including a meta-analysis of 39 clinical trials that show no harmful effects on kidney function, even with protein intakes up to 2 grams per pound of body weight. Yes, markers like glomerular filtration rate and urea might increase, but that's just your body adapting to process more protein, not a sign of kidney damage. Even athletes consuming double or triple the recommended protein intake show no increased risk of kidney issues. The only time to worry is if you already have kidney disease. Then a high protein diet can be detrimental. But for the rest of us, science is clear. Protein isn't the villain that it's made out to be. And to further that point, I tested my kidney function after 30 days of eating 400 grams of protein per day. And guess what? My kidney function was completely normal and in the healthy range.
Wow, Tanner, I thought you'd be dead for sure.
Well, Karen, maybe instead of identifying as a woman, which you're clearly not, you should just identify as a dumbass, like the rest of the people who think a high protein diet's bad for you.
That's a good point. By the way, Are you single?
Back to the video. So what actually damages kidneys? High blood sugar, high blood pressure, and obesity, all of which are caused by carb and junk food diets. And now myth number 2, you can't absorb more than 30 grams of protein per meal. Wrong. You're an uneducated, confused dipshit if you believe that. Your body digests and absorbs all the food you eat. What you're conflating is the studies that have shown that eating over 30 grams of protein per meal doesn't improve muscle protein synthesis. But that was for untrained pencil neck noobs. And that's not even entirely true. Just think of it this way. Let's take the world's strongest man, Hafthor Bjornsson, otherwise known as the Mountain from Game of Thrones. He's 6'10" and 440 pounds. Then let's take a guy like Jeff Nippard, who's 5'5" and 180 pounds. Do you think the Mountain needs the exact same amount of protein as Jeff Nippard per meal to maximize muscle protein synthesis? Don't be stupid, of course not. He needs more. Your body absorbs protein continuously. It doesn't just stop after 30 grams. And yes, digestion slows down with larger meals, but as long as you're spacing your protein throughout the day, you'll have no issues. And if you're a bigger guy with a ton of muscle, how is it not blatantly obvious that you need to consume more protein than a smaller guy? Look, 400 grams of protein is extreme, and most people don't need that much. But if you're serious about building muscle, burning fat, recovering faster, and performing at your best, you should probably eat more protein than you are right now. Want to know what else is crazy? Science has proved that you can build muscle and lose fat on a high protein diet, even in a calorie surplus. Studies show that eating up to 1.5 to 2 grams of protein per pound of body weight combined with strength training leads to fat loss while improving body composition. You heard that right. You can build muscle and burn fat even when eating in a calorie surplus, as long as you're getting all your surplus calories from protein. So again, this is my long-winded way of telling you, eat more protein. Now, if you're not sure how much protein you should be eating, here's a good starting point. If you're active, I would aim for a minimum of 1 gram per pound of your goal lean body weight. If you're training hard and want to push the limits, try 1.5 to 2 grams per pound. What's the worst that can happen? You might get stronger, leaner, and recover better. That's about it. Now, will 400 grams of protein turn you into the Hulk? Not overnight, but I'm proof that eating a ton of protein can give you an edge and certainly doesn't hurt anything. Here's my final thoughts. Just look at me. Am I weak? Am I fat? Am I unhealthy? No, I'm not. And compare that to the average American eating cereal, Pop-Tarts, and fast food. Who do you think's healthier? Not only that, I know my high protein diet has helped my ankle heal faster. So if you're still scared of protein, you've been lied to by the same people who tell you to eat heart-healthy granola bars and take statins for life, and that cholesterol is bad for you. Don't fall for that bullshit. And for the final time, 99.99% of you don't need 400 grams per day, but you probably do need more protein than you're eating right now. And if you want help with your training or nutrition, click the link below and check out my free True Strength program and anabolic meal plan. Or if you want the best results possible as fast as possible, apply for one-to-one custom coaching with me. I'll put that link here next to my head. Finally, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more no BS fitness advice. And go ahead and watch whichever video of mine YouTube recommends here.